Whoa. Hey guys, Rick from GPPI here with Sean.
How you doing, folks?
We're doing a video on something that has to be said about the town of Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, and a certain cemetery here. No names mentioned.
No, we're not going to disclose any names. But with these people that work up there or are running this cemetery, what they're doing is completely against the law and illegal. They kicked us out for with no probable cause, and on top of that, said that we were doing stuff that we weren't even doing, like shining flashlights in people's faces and stuff, which we weren't doing. You can't do that when you're pointing the flashlight down towards the headstones. So these people are trying to get us for doing absolutely nothing wrong and banned us from the cemetery, again, with no probable cause. Can't do it. So, like Rick just said, this video is mainly on that and mainly on the town of Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, which is full of BS. Uh, if you are born and raised here, like this town's just, it's gone downhill and it's gone to shit. Um, you got people that just, one minute they're nice to you, next minute they turn their backs on you and show their true colors. So there's a lot that needs to be said and a lot that can be said. Rick, I'm going to turn it over to you for a minute.
Well, when we were at the cemetery, everything was going good. I've been up there that night before. Nothing happened. But all this stuff started when the shit hit the fan is right after the supervisor took her 3-week vacation.
Mm-hmm.
All we're doing up there was kind of patrolling the cemetery to keep an eye out on the cemetery for vandals and chase them on out there. If we could catch them, call the cops. Well, we've been up there in the night. We've seen cops go by. They didn't even bug us any. They didn't pull in to ask us what we were doing. They just let us be on our way. So if they had a problem, they would have pulled right in.
Right.
But what I'm thinking is the police around here are saying there's some good citizens keeping an eye on the cemetery for us. So they just buzz on by.
Right. They didn't bother us or nothing.
So after all that, all that crap happened is what, I want to say a couple days after.
Yeah, about 2-3 days after.
Everything was going fine. No names mentioned, but you know who you are. This person had to start running their mouth. Got 3 other individuals involved. We're getting stalked all while we're up there. And now we're not there. It stopped. Now we're getting stalked by another person, which is bullshit. So this is a part of the town of Willsboro part.
It's pretty pathetic, folks, when you go to I'm going to start with the mini mart down the street from where we live. It's pretty pathetic when you go there almost every night, get drinks, snacks, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, you got employees there or management that want to sit there and stick their nose in your business and run their mouth saying that you're trying to haggle people for money, especially when that person just so happens to be your wife. And it's like that everywhere here in Willsboro anymore, and we're seeing more and more of it wherever we happen to go. Um, it's, whether it be a grocery store, mini mart, wherever, we can't get away from the bullshit. You know, we're good people trying to do right by, the community, and we get shit on. And so when it comes right down to it, we're almost afraid to leave the house almost. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost to the point where we walk out of the house and there's a certain car with a certain individual who, wherever we are, no matter where we're at, they show up, which is out of the ordinary because this certain individual never comes down, except for past 3-4 days has been sitting somewhere, don't know where, but every time we show up at the mini mart, Tops Market, wherever, he's always there. So it's pretty sad that two grown ass men have to literally look over their shoulder because you don't know who's there, and you can't trust people. So to me, it's just bullshit.
It is. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Wells, but it just fell to shit. When I was growing up, it was never like this. But it seems like after this COVID pandemic bullshit went around, it's just everybody just turned weird and unfriendly and rather cause problems, run their mouths, and we got to the point where we're so sick of it, we want to move.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad that the only people that have actually been decent to us are the ones that work at the Main Street Creamery here in Wellsboro.
In a neighbor here that lives in this apartment building.
Right, and the neighbor, and the only other person that we can actually trust is my wife. We can't trust anybody else. It's a really, really small group of people that we can trust. My stepfather used to always tell me, it's like count your friends on one hand because that's all you're ever going to have is no more than 5 real friends in your life. And like Rick just said, Wellsboro, I mean, I didn't grow up here, but I've been here for the past, 3-4 years, and it's taken a turn right down the toilet.
Yep.
And it's pretty sad because Wellsboro, I'm sure at one point used to be a really, really nice small town. But anymore, if somebody's life's miserable, they go out of their way to make your life miserable. And aside from that, you can't get ahead here. There's practically no jobs here, and if you find a job, you're only making enough to pay your bills, and then that's it. You don't really have anything left over. So Wellsboro's it's a town that if you're comfortable living paycheck to paycheck, then it's for you. Or if you're comfortable with other people knowing your business, then it's for you. But if you want to get ahead in life and have good friends, have, a nice life, get the hell out of Wellsboro. And that's the point.
All Wellsboro is good for is retirees.
And that's it.
And if anybody thinking about moving here to Pennsylvania or Wellsboro area, Tucker County,
Please don't.
I wouldn't advise moving here because you're going to be putting up the same bullshit as we are.
Yeah. It's just, we're paranormal investigators, yes. But on top of that, we try and help people out the best we can. But it seems like whenever somebody else needs help or whatever, we're supposed to be there to help them. But when we need help, nobody's around, except for our neighbor, and like I said, a few other select people, and that's it. Nobody in this town really likes helping people.
No, they used to, back in the days, they used to come out and give people a lending hand and whatnot, but
Right.
it all changed. Like I said, it just went down the shitter.
It did. It did. And like he said, like if you're looking to go move here to Pennsylvania or move here to Wellsboro, like I said, if you're comfortable living a mediocre life from paycheck to paycheck, okay, by all means do it. But I don't recommend it for somebody who wants to get ahead in life and somebody who wants to start a family, because you can't start a family here in Wellsboro. You can't do it. You're not going to make enough money to do it. I'm sure there's other cities or towns in Pennsylvania where you can thrive, but this ain't one of them.
And another thing about what really grinds my gears about this place is all these places have help wanted signs in their windows and they're not hiring.
Yeah, that pisses me off. There's at least 2 or 3 of them, and I've applied multiple times to all these places. You know, we got a place that's called Tony's Pizzeria. He has a help wanted sign right there in his window. No, I'm not looking right now. There's a few other places. You call them back. No, we're not looking. Then take the help wanted sign out of the goddamn window. If you're not hiring, don't advertise that you're hiring. Me, I can't find work around here. So I'm literally in the midst of starting my own tattoo business. And that's why I'm doing that. You can't find work around here. It's just bottom line, Wellsboro, I don't recommend it.
Now, I wouldn't give it too long. It would be one dead ghost town.
Yeah. I mean, if you look online, like on YouTube or whatever, or even if you look on the news, you got all these different places, different towns that are literally, going bye-bye because you got businesses shutting down, you got stores that have been around for years shutting down, and it's just, it's a shame that a small town like Wellsboro that used to be a pretty hopping place, now all of a sudden it's 5 years, 10 years away from being an abandoned ghost town.
In one of these years, I could see the whole state being abandoned.
Oh yeah.
Because people are moving out of the state in boatloads.
Oh yeah. There's we actually checked the statistics. I think it was last night before.
Something like that.
On the numbers, like we actually
Just checking the time.
we actually checked the numbers, and Wellsboro and Pennsylvania had quite a few people in it. I think this was from last year before, and then we checked it for this year so far, and the numbers have actually gone down by like 4,000 or 5,000 people.
Yeah, the population in Pennsylvania is shrinking
Rapidly, and I grew up in Pennsylvania, not this particular part, but I grew up in Pennsylvania, and it's not what it used to be.
No.
Pennsylvania used to be a state where, like we said in one of our last videos, if you needed a helping hand, people would help you out. Now people won't even bat a fucking eye at you.
No. It's pretty sad how what the state or commonwealth that a lot of people like to hear turned into.
It's almost, as if you could say that people are showing their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
They act a certain way to your face, and then behind your back they act totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, excuse me. I don't know. Like there's not really a whole lot you can really say on it.
No.
It's just the bottom line is there's a lot of bullshit going on. And we're starting to figure out who we can and cannot trust. And it's pretty sad that the only people you can actually trust is just like a 2, 3 people at the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't trust a whole lot of people anymore. You know, it's not even got to do with crime. It's just, you know, nobody wants to help anymore. Excuse me. So, I mean, that's basically all we got to say. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot anymore you can really say about it. You know, Pennsylvania's just going right down. It's going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you have to drive through it and you want to stop and see something that might be historical, cool. But I don't recommend moving to Pennsylvania. I really don't.
And the thing about Pennsylvania, especially Wellsboro,
Mm.
it's pothole city.
Yeah,
There's potholes all over the place.
they don't maintain the roads very well.
No.
That's not just even in Wellsboro. I mean, like that's all over the state.
Yeah.
You know, they don't take care of this place the way they should.
No, they don't.
But down south, you can go down to South Carolina, Georgia, even farther than that, and they maintain their roads extremely well. So, but I mean, I used to go on vacation to Florida all the time, and people down there are more humble. Like they're more willing to lend a hand than people up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't get it. Like you live somewhere your whole life, and one minute, you know, when you're growing up, early teens, early to mid teens, people are there to offer a helping hand, and then when you're mid 30s, they're like, oh, we don't want to help, we don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Okay, cool. They'd rather sit there and talk shit behind your back instead of offering a helping hand when they know that you're low on resources or low on food and struggling even just to, make ends meet.
Yeah, the best way to do it, if you can't help somebody, just come out and say it.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
just, don't beat around the bush or pussyfoot around.
Exactly. Like if you can't help, just say it. You know.
Because take me for example. By the time I get done paying my rent and that they're literally ripping me off on, and my bills and stuff, I'm broke by the beginning or middle or somewhere in the beginning of the middle of the month.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit.
And the way we are, if you can't help us, just say you can't. You know, we're understanding people. We're not going to sit there and pitch a fit just because, you can't help. If you can't help, just come out and say it. We'd rather you, you know, tell us and be respectful to us instead of sitting there,
And honest.
yeah, and if you be honest with us, don't sit there and make up some kind of excuse or some kind of story because you can't help us. You know,
Exactly.
we're not that hard to get along with. If you're gonna respect us, we'll respect you. But on the other hand, on the other side of that, if you're gonna sit there and disrespect us, then that's gonna cause an issue. You know, and that's what we've been seeing a lot of here. You know.
Yeah. And it's just coming right around and bite on the back in the ass again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming right back around. You know, we've asked so many people, hey, can you spare a little bit of money, so we can get some food. And the only people that are willing to help is our one neighbor, and then my wife are the only two that have been really helpful. Everybody else is like, screw you, F off, stuff like that.
And another one that kind of helped us out was the one that works at Dunkin' Donuts, giving
Oh,
me
yeah.
free coffee and donuts. And
Oh yeah, she's cool too. Yep, I forgot about her. So that one, because of that, if you are in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, I am gonna say stop into Dunkin' Donuts. I am gonna give a shout out to Brooke because Brooke has helped us out. I am gonna disclose that name because, she is a very, very sweet girl. Very, loves helping people out. So
everybody in Dunkin' Donuts is pretty sweet.
yeah. So shout out to Dunkin' Donuts crew because they are very good people.
And the Wellsboro Creamery crew.
Yeah, yep, them too. You know, those are like the only two places I recommend anybody really going. Um, I mean, there's good restaurants, but
If you guys come into Wellsboro, want a good milkshake or whatever, go to the Wellsboro Creamery.
yep,
It's worth your money.
it is. It is. You get really good service. I mean, they give you some extra whipped cream too. Sorry, folks. Had to throw
Want some
that.
cream on there?
Sorry, folks. We had to joke a little bit. I mean, I know this is a serious video,
Yeah.
but we had to joke just a little bit.
I just like when she says that.
Me too. But yeah, folks. That's the whole point of this video, you know. And so subscribe to, you know, subscribe to us.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I can't find work, so I am, you know, I have started tattooing. So if you know, want a tattoo at a reasonable price, leave a comment in the comment section below for that. And you know, just on a side note, just be respectful. You know, just be respectful to people. Like I said, if you can't help them out, tell them.
And that's the same with me about jobs around here.
Yeah, he can't find work
I'm
either.
really thinking about starting my own security company.
Yep, like he's
Get
doing.
licensed.
He's gonna get licensed in security. Like I said, I'm tattooing, so you know, if you're looking for a good security team, you know, give us a shout out. You know, if you're looking for a, you know, a nice tattoo, reasonable price, again, leave us a shout out. But as far as what's going on with Wellsboro or what's going on with PA, you know, we've said what we feel that we've had to say, and you know, that's about it. I mean, it's just going to shit, and there's just a lot of people, not just here in Wellsboro, but in PA, who I feel like are fake people, and that's it.
Yep. So again, guys, remember, a public area cannot ban you without probable cause.
I can see them doing it if it was a private property,
Yeah.
but for the simple fact that it's a public property, they can't kick you out, especially if you're not doing anything wrong.
You know it's public because the public takes care of it.
Yep. And there's no signs. Like, I can understand if there were signs saying, hey, it's private property, don't come in here.
Or sign that says, please don't come in at a certain time.
Right.
But there's no signage anywhere, nothing.
No.
But
I mean, we have pictures on Rick's phone of headstones that have been vandalized and stuff. You know, that way we have proof that it's done. And we also took pictures that way it could save our asses. So for them to kick us out of the cemetery and say we're banned from there, they can't do it because there's no probable cause, and also for the simple fact that, again, it's public. You can't do it,
we were doing the community a favor.
and that's it.
So that's all we have to say.
Yep, and that's all we have to say on that. So again, like we always say in our videos, hit the subscribe button, like our videos, and hit the notification bell so you get notified.
And please leave comments down in the comment section below for us, please.
Absolutely.
Again, my name's Rick.
I'm Sean.
We cut you all on the flip side and sweet nightmares.
Yep.